So Tess has just messaged me to say 319 registrations for today, which is fantastic. So we're looking forward to obviously having a really big day, lots to see and lots to do, which I'll talk about in a minute. Shuffle this around. So obviously just wanted to welcome everyone to High Place in Essendon Fields. Obviously it's a great venue, a great location, obviously close to the airport for people to come in and out, and a central point with obviously the Tullamarine Freeway just there as well. As you can see, we've expanded this year, and we listened to some of the feedback. We've moved the stage from the exhibitor area to allow for good conversations out there, but also a private area to have a chat about some key topics which are on today, and importantly to these 23 new exhibitors on display at the same time. Obviously, we've got some key topics and key training sessions going on today as well. So on the main stage today, there's obviously a lot going on in the industry, and we've put on what we think is a really big cast and a lot of very common topics at the moment. So we've got obviously the current trends. We're all talking about the industry, talking about sales, talking about retail. Now, Peter Clay is an unfortunate apology. He got COVID on Sunday night. So Claudia will be coming to present the latest stats and data around sales and what's going on in the industry. I was going to say the hot topic, but that's probably the wrong thing to say, isn't it? We're about lithium-ion batteries. I keep getting told to talk about batteries. There's obviously been a bit in the news last couple of weeks, a couple of fires up in Queensland that's going on with our products. Took out a couple. We've had some incidents here in Victoria as well at one of our service repair companies. So we've got Andrew from Fire Rescue Victoria who helped us at our Super Show this year to talk about lithium batteries, and I had a good chat to him yesterday, and he's very topical. But probably what's important, and Bill Thiel is here as well, collectively around the country. There's a meeting going on at the South Australian Caravan Show next week with a few key suppliers and some industry people to talk about where we go to with batteries and where we're going, because obviously I think almost every single caravan has a lithium battery. There's one in my laptop here, one in my phone here. So they're very common. So what do we do? Oh, and Chris is up the back. I can see Chris now. I can see your head. So we're working together as through the national body and all the states to look at where we go with these. We were just talking about working with regulators to educate them to what to look for as well. But we'll take that on board with our shows and where we're going as well. And obviously with the current times and the economy, I was just having a chat to Tammy and Ash from Caravan and talking about obviously from financial year this year, the tax breaks, which meant people getting paid more money, and then that helps inflation somehow. So we're going to have Peter from Bank of Queensland coming to talk about the economy, what's really going on and where it's going, as best guess, because it obviously changes quite frequently. And then we've got Adrian from Matthew Steer coming to talk about how you manage your business through tough times. Obviously it is tough times now with everything going on. And it's interesting, we've got Simon from Readiness talking about mental health. Now, December last year, a lot of you might not even know, but in government legislation, you have to manage mental health within your workplace now. And if you don't, and there's an issue, you could be facing lots of charges and fines. And Simon with Readiness, and we partnered with them last year in the Caravan Industry Health and Wellbeing Program, has a platform to help businesses manage people and their staff. And then this afternoon, and this is a really good topic, a couple of years ago we were here and we talked about the ACCC report. And we talked about the ACCC targeting the caravan industry and putting out reports and talking about what we don't do and what we do. And here, and a few people in this room spoke up and said, what are we going to do and how are we going to do it? And we said that we'll take the lead on this. So today we have some first cuts of some new collateral that will help the industry go forward and talk about sales contracts, how to manage your customers, some replies to them when they actually contact you. There's some templated approaches there. So Jonathan Lean and Genevieve and David from Hope & Co will come and present that this afternoon. Also talk about what's going on with consumer law. We obviously introduced sales training this year, so there's some rooms behind us that will be training going on throughout the day. We've done some teasers. The sales training was done at the conference and before the Brisbane show with some outstanding results. So we're running that this morning. Managing digital and marketing is on as well. How to create a more leaner business, how to be more agile, how to be more effective. And obviously then the latest tech with and towing safety with Elco. Customer service training, and then how to work out your payload, because that's always been a favourite conversation of mine. So Linda will be presenting that later. So they're going on throughout the day. So let's run through the National Caravan Industry Training College, our training arm. So if you want to participate in those programs, have a chat with Rhea and Deanna. So the rooms behind us, which I'll show you in a second on the map, will be running throughout the day. So as I said, we've changed the layout this year. So got the toilets here to your left, also at the back. We've got the food station placed on the far wall to your right, my left, and there's a couple at the front here as well. Lunch will be served at 12:30 today, guys, so you know. The emergency doors are out to our right, on my right, your left, and in the event of an evacuation, we head out into the car park. There'll be an assembly point there, and the venue will help us locate there. We just want to obviously thank our partners, Caravan and Camping Oz and Thetford as our major partners for today. Really appreciate their support. And then we've also got Caravan Industry Association of Australia partnering with us today and supporting us as they always do. And also Northlink, who do our jobs program, and we're working with them as a jobs network for the future in the caravan industry out in the north, which will expand into the southeast, because we had a very interesting conversation with the southeast yesterday as well. So I just wanted to play a couple of videos from the Hall of Fame that we had a couple of weeks ago from our partners, so you can see what our major partners, about who they are.
At Caravan and Camping, we are dedicated to serving the caravan industry with top-tier products from the biggest brands, all under one roof. Whether you're a manufacturer or an outdoor enthusiast, we provide everything you need to enhance your caravanning experience. Discover the ultimate adventure with Caravan and Camping. Explore certified brands renowned for their quality and reliability, ensuring every journey is memorable with a comprehensive product range including durable accessories, RV parts, and essential camping supplies. We cater to every outdoor enthusiast needs. Elevate your experience with our aftermarket options, offering a wide variety of customization possibilities from air conditioners, bathroom accessories, battery management systems, looms, vinyl flooring, electronics, and all additional 12-volt solutions. Personalize your caravan to suit your unique lifestyle. Start your journey with us today and embrace the great outdoors like never before.
Thetford Australia redefines the journey with domestic-style appliances, creating a home away from home. Built to stand the rigours of the road, providing comfort and convenience wherever your adventures take you. Thetford Australia, where every road becomes a memorable journey. Explore more at thetford.com.au and make your road trips unforgettable.
Could we just put our hands together for our major partners, guys? Because without them, this doesn't happen. So thank you to Thetford, Caravan and Camping Oz, but also Caravan Industry Association of Australia, and also to Northlink as well. So I put up here our shows. Obviously, our shows are starting to kick off again at the end of next month. So the sites are sold out for Border, probably earlier than we've ever had before. So that's really exciting. Melbourne Leisure Fest, the allocations aren't too far away. I know we get lots of calls about that. They'll be out by the end of July. Bendigo will be out not too far, probably the start of August. We've actually changed the whole layout of the show. We had some issues last year when we expanded out into the car park where the road melted, but we've now moved the fence for the 5th time at the racecourse, and they'll be expanding out the back. It'll be nice green grass and a whole area, and we'll change the whole layout and flow. So as we've worked through that, it's taken a little bit of time, so that won't be too far away. Also, the Super Show. We've got a board meeting next week. Jeez, time goes fast. Next week to decide what we do. Our agreement is up with the showgrounds, and we are assessing all options. I've talked about this a couple of times over the recent weeks, and I'll talk a bit more about that in a second. Obviously, we do our B2B events. It's important that you guys start to see this. Obviously, the Trade Expo is here, our summit, members evening, and we just had our Hall of Fame as well. I just want to talk about our summit, which will tie into shows. So at our summit, in September, we're going to be launching the RV Master Manufacturing Program with the ones that have signed up. So that'll be an industry launch. We're also going to be talking about key topics on the day, shows, venues, and locations. We've been working on a lot, and I saw Adrian just walk in, who's been working with me as we look to shape the future of caravan shows. We will run different shows, different venues, different locations. It ties into my comment about the showgrounds. The showgrounds and VRC have been put on notice. We had a great meeting last week, Tess and I, with VRC, and we said, fix your price or we're gone, because we've got options. So we have the plans that we're going to do, and at the summit, we're going to have members decide where we go, when we go, and how we go. So obviously important to be there. We're going to talk about RV Masters, the standards for manufacturers and what they should be if they're not in there already. Also the process of infringement, what we do. We're also going to develop the service and repair and component manufacturer standards as well as we roll out those programs. Salesperson accreditation, we're going to hear from you guys in what you think should be in there and how it should work. Testing and certification for the industry. Marketing campaigns, what we should do, how we should do, what we should promote to the consumer, what are the key topics. And then also our training rollout and where we should be going as well. So the summit this year will be very focused to where we're going as an industry. In the past, it was throwing up issues and finding solutions. We've got key topics that we'll be working through at the summit in September, which isn't far away. Just want to show you the video as a promotional video for RV Master manufacturers.
Are you an RV Master? Caravan Industry Victoria is introducing the RV Master Program to introduce and self-regulate standards of excellence across the RV and caravan industry. Manufacturers have been calling for an industry standard to tackle critical issues within the sector. We are setting benchmarks within the RV manufacturing sector, empowering responsibility and driving the industry's improvements and growth through self-regulation. To be eligible, a business must be able to meet the 5 industry benchmarks: comprehensive business systems, quality management system and processes, human resources demonstrating policies and procedures, exceptional customer service, and underpinning each element is compliance with all relevant standards and practices. To successfully complete the assessment, understanding each business is different, each benchmark will be scored on a scale of 1 to 5, and a business must receive a minimum of 3 stars to be an RV Master. Applicants will be reviewed, and once approved as eligible, RV Master Program expert assessors will provide an overview of the process and schedule the assessments. Customers will be educated about what RV Master stands for via a comprehensive multimedia marketing campaign encompassing EDM marketing, digital and social media, and on the RV Master stage, plus much more. Apply for RV Master accreditation, be part of the elite, and reap the rewards. Achieving the standards of an RV Master puts your business on a whole new level, the top flight of the RV industry. This accreditation program signifies that your business promises to deliver exceptional service backed by outstanding quality management processes. RV Master is a symbol customers can trust, sets an industry standard, and helps members in holding their business practices to a consistently high level. Launching on the 18th of September 2024 at the Caravan Industry Victoria Members Summit and at the Melbourne Caravan and Camping Leisure Fest the 3rd to 6th of October 2024. Apply to become an RV Master today.
There we go. So yes, launching at the summit as I mentioned before, and then the consumer launch will be done at the Melbourne Caravan and Camping Leisure Fest in October. So obviously exciting, lots going on there. And we've also got a brand new website, which isn't far away, as you can see, a snippet down the bottom. And I deliberately sort of hid some of the logos as we work through it. But there's a number of businesses that are already signed up and participating in this, and the audits have already kicked off, which is fantastic. Our training college, obviously training today, we've reshaped it from last year. It's now an accredited, an RTO, so national accreditation. We've streamlined the process now to be focused on 4 key areas and focusing, as you can see, on different types of training. Very focused on industry, delivering what industry is. And excitingly, and at the Hall of Fame, I think I said there was about 30 RTO registrations for service and repair. We're now over 60. So we've now hit the ground running. It's only been a couple of weeks that we've been really into the market. And Rhea and I have got a meeting with WA tomorrow afternoon to talk about the rollout with there as well. So our enrolments now for Certificate 3 in recreational vehicle manufacturing and recreational vehicle service and repair is ready to go. It's in-house, focused in the workplace and the people, but there's also other ways and means that we're looking to train people. We are also creating a pathway with Certificate 2. That was the exciting news that I got yesterday afternoon that I haven't really shared with anyone yet, but down in the southeast, they're wanting to run a pilot program of Certificate 2 into the industry. And we've got a meeting tomorrow with the North here as well to start to get into schools, to start to bring a jobs network and pathway into the industry. We've also got a customer service course which is ready to go. So you can see there all the courses that we're running, and the sales one has been a big hit. Obviously, enrollments are now open, and you can see the training college stand to do that. I talked a little bit before about the agreements that we worked on and ACCC report. So as I read my notes here, today they'll start to talk about salesperson contractor agreements, and that's based on remuneration and commission. Salesperson employment agreements, how to reply to customer complaints, your consumer policy and procedure and how you should be doing it in line with consumer law. Buyer acknowledgement form, so they agree to what they have ordered. That's for RVs and motorhomes, and then there'll be a new order form that goes with that, and then there'll be the new standard terms and conditions which tie into the ACL. So that's what the lawyers this afternoon, Hope & Co, will be talking about. We also have agreements that are in the works for dealers and manufacturers, repairers, manufacturer suppliers. Every party, there is agreements that are being developed. Now that we've got these framework, the start of next month, we're starting our journey around an industry ombudsman. We talked about this for a long time, and there'll be a meeting held at the start of August, because now that we've got the foundation and industry set with the right programs, we'll start to roll that out. And we've got our new B2B and consumer website coming together. We used to have multiples, but now we have one. Okay, I'll talk about something interesting, because we have lots of fun with this, about membership, the rules, what's going on. Got a nice email yesterday from someone that didn't understand it, so I thought I'd talk about it. We have a really stringent process in what we do for membership. You've got to be in business for 12 months before you can apply. Then you've got to go through and supply appropriate documentation. And then if you're a caravan and RV manufacturer, you've got to go through an audit before you can become a member. Then the council decides which way we go and how we go. Once you go through that, there's a code of ethics. We know what's going on in the industry, and we've been seeing what's going on, and we're taking a hard stance. Myself and the board, we've been talking about this since the start of this year, and we're already making decisions on businesses that aren't operating ethically. We also have our definition of a dealer. With our shows, the manufacturer books the site, but they've got to have a dealer that meets the definition. We're going harder on this than we have before, and really tighten the reins. The show rules obviously tie into that. Members only for caravan and RV, so you've got to go through all the checks before you can ever come in. Got to be in business. We don't let anyone in before they've gone through the checks, but they've also been operating. The manufacturer owns a site and must be a dealer. The one that gets confusing a bit is our allocation policy. We're not getting much change at the moment. People are coming back to their sites. So in essence, if you were there last year as a Caravan Industry Victoria member, you get your site back. Then any other new members that have come on board get it from there, and it goes to interstate, and then non-members from that. Interesting data here. So Chris up the back, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. I think it's important that we talk about compliance, what's really going on out there. For Victoria, we've been hard on it for a long time. Goes back over a decade, compliance audits, and now all states work with the national body to do compliance audited shows. You can see how we track compared to the others. We've been pretty on top, ahead of the game, but obviously, considering we're meant to be compliant, we still have lots of issues. So a couple of weeks ago, myself, Jason Plant, Caravan Queensland, and Chris and Stuart caught up in Brisbane, and we're going to be going harder than we've ever gone before. We're working out processes before the show, during the show, and post-show, and we will work together to stamp out compliance. That was a conversation that we also had at Adelaide Show next week. But I pulled out some interesting stats that Stuart got a bit nervous when I sent him this last night, but I think it's important. On the average issues identified, so if someone's got 13 issues, 14 issues, it goes against them. In the top 40, none of those manufacturers come to our shows. That in 40 to 50, one. In the top 70, one. That's because of our rules and what we do. We have a proactive approach where you've got to be in business for 12 months and you've got to go through audits before you come to our shows. But I think you can read my last note. We all talk about standards of industry, but what's going on around us? What are we actually creating for ourselves? We're invested, we're being hard. When we made our dealership rule and our factory direct rule to stamp that out in 2018, a lot of comment about it. Costs us about $750,000 now because we could let non-members and anyone in, but that's not what we're about. We're an industry association looking after you guys and setting the standard for industry. That's what we do. As I said, we caught up with the other states the other week, and we're going to go harder again because we have to stamp this out so we can move forward. Inspections are going to ramp up in different areas, and we're already starting that with gas and electrical and other areas as well. That's it from me. I'll finish on that note. But obviously, thank you today for coming along. Obviously, a few sessions, training sessions to what to see and do. So enjoy your day. We really appreciate your support. Have a great day.